First of all, if you don't like somebody, then just move on. It's social media. These people don't have to be in your life. And no, I'm not talking about me. I'm going to show you a video of somebody else here in a moment. So that's the first thing. If you don't like somebody, just move the fuck on. Why do you feel the need to stop and take time out of your day to be a fucking asshole towards people? Secondly, why do you stop and take time out of your day to be an asshole towards somebody about a physical feature that one of your own children possesses? And then lastly, and I've run into this a couple of times where somebody has come into the comment section and said something horrific, either on my content or on somebody else's content, and I've taken screen grabs of that and sent it to their spouse, and their spouse didn't give a shit. And the bottom line to that is trash marries trash.
Your kid's gonna have your big ass ears, Dumbo. I usually charge to make personalized videos, but for Seth, I'm gonna do it for free, buddy. I would like to introduce you to my pal, Seth,
Dog.
here. So if you guys have seen my video, it's gone viral on both Instagram and on TikTok, talking about my ear pinning surgery. It's one of my biggest insecurities as a kid. My ears stuck out really, really bad, so I got an ear pinning surgery done, and I just wanted to talk about how much of an impact bullying makes throughout my childhood. Seth here decided to leave that comment, and when people called him out for how rude his comment was, this is how he responded. I'm going to leave these screenshots up just for a little bit so you can kind of read through and kind of get an idea what kind of person Seth is. You want to know the really sad part is that this guy has two children, two young children, and one of his kids has big ears just like I did. I'm of course not going to include photos of his children, even though it is on his public profile picture of his children and his wife. I like to hold people accountable for what they say. Obviously, freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want, but that doesn't mean that there isn't going to be consequences for your words.
Bingo.
I did a little investigating, and not only did he have his wife listed on Facebook, but he had his dad, his brother, his sister, his mother-in-law, his aunt, his uncle, his grandparents. So do you know what I did? I sent screenshots to all of his family members just so they know what kind of caliber this man is. I got a response from his wife. She does not care. She laughed about it and she was like, I've seen your page. I don't care. LOL. I guess if you marry someone like that, then I shouldn't be expecting you to have a good reaction to that. So I guess you married the kind of person that you are. And I said, how hard is it to be nice? I guess it really is that hard for some people to be nice. Like, it's just not in their vocabulary. Anyway, I know that Seth and his wife are watching this, so do better. If you do, then for your kids.
And they won't, because they're not capable of doing better. If they were capable of doing better, they wouldn't be who they were to begin with. Trash begets trash, right? The wife didn't give a shit because the wife is married to that trash. And my guess is if you sent the screenshots and this video to all of those people listed on his social media page, none of them will give a shit either, because once again, trash begets trash. But how do you do that when your child has the same thing? I get it all the time here in my little corner of social media and in the state I live in Illinois, right? Our governor, for example, J.B. Pritzker, and myself are both fat guys. And then I get fat guys telling me I'm a fat piece of shit, or saying J.B. Pritzker is a fat piece of shit. It's like, how do you not fucking possess a mirror? I just don't understand. Or these guys that call women fat, and then they're married to a fat woman. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And once again, it's life coach time. If you don't like somebody's content, gently press that against the screen and scroll to a video you want. Why are you taking time out of your day to insult people? Does that make you feel better? I was going to say to insult people, belittle people, and do this, but does it make you feel better to stop and leave a comment like that? And dog, looking the way you do, you're really going to rip on people's looks? Are you fucking kidding me?